Hi and welcome to this Write That Essay presentation. I'm excited to be here today because writing essays and writing them well is something that many people struggle with. Who here finds writing essays difficult? Fantastic! Look, the good news is you're not alone. It doesn't matter if I'm speaking on this topic in England, in France, in Germany or New Zealand. Everybody feels the same way. And it's often because nobody has actually told them what's expected when you write an essay. But before we get underway, I've got a question for you. And my question is this: what in particular is it that you find difficult about writing an essay? Yeah?
Introductions.
Introductions. Absolutely. Who here, that's them as well, yeah? They just don't know how even to get started. You know, you sit there looking at the piece of paper. The piece of paper is looking straight back at you. There's no inspiration. You look out the window, there's no inspiration there either. You go and you look in the fridge. Is there inspiration in the fridge? There's no inspiration in the fridge. How on earth are you going to get started? Hey, today we're going to solve that for you completely. Good news. What else? Yeah, hi.
Sticking to the point.
Sticking to the point of your essay. You know, that's so important, isn't it? Because you want to be absolutely sure that what you write, there's going to be grades attached, yes? So you don't waste words. We're going to look at both of these today as we move forward. But the first thing I have to say to you is this. It's really important. An essay is an argument. It's an argument. It's not a description. It's not a retelling. You know, it's not your job to sort of retell or regurgitate to me all the events in the book or the poem or the play or whatever it is. It's not a narrative. It's an argument. And in that argument, your role is to convince me on paper why it is that the point you have about your essay is sound, and to back that up using evidence. It's a bit like a courtroom lawyer. And I don't know if you've watched any sort of courtroom dramas, but you know, the lawyer swaggers in and standing there in front of the judge, and he goes, "Judge, Mrs. Brown, well, she might be guilty, she might not be guilty, I'm not really sure." They never say that, right? They say, "Judge, Mrs. Brown is not guilty and let me show you why." And they're strong and they're firm. And that's what I want you to do in your essays. Have a point, have a position, back it up with evidence, and be strong. The other thing I want to say to you from the outset is that you're not writing a detective story. Now, I don't know what your sort of favourite detective story is, but they're all written the same sort of way. You know, you're leafing through the pages, wondering who's done it. You know, and you get to page 100 and you don't know. And you get to page 200 and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I really should be doing something else, but you're still reading. Finally, 3 pages from the end, you discover it was Professor Plum in the conservatory with the candlestick, and you know. Don't do that in an essay. You know, some people think that essay writing's just the same, and actually they should leave their big aha moment till the very end. Actually, essay writing is the complete reverse. You state your argument right at the front. Right from the outset you make it clear, and then the rest of the essay you spend showing why that is the case with the evidence you bring to bear. See? It's the complete reverse. But I said make your view clear right from the outset. So what I mean by that is, at some point in the opening paragraph of your essay, I want to read a sentence a bit like this. Say, for example, you know, I was writing an essay about what actually might motivate people. And lots of things motivate people in the business world. You might say, well, gee, you know, money's the motivator. The more you pay me, the more I'm going to work. Or you might say, I don't care about the money. I just want challenging work. But in my essay, I'm going to argue this, and I'm going to say a sentence like this right at the outset. In this essay, I will argue that of all the factors contributing to employee motivation, the use of financial rewards is the most important. Is it clear what my essay is going to be about? See, it's absolutely, isn't it? I'm saying, hey, there's a big world out there. I could pick lots of things, but in this essay, I'm going to focus on this and show you why I think this is the case. That's what you do in a good essay.